So up next, I'm really excited to bring on Christine, #lifestyle design. Come on up.
Okay, you guys. Well, we're going to start with a quick video. So actually, I'll get out of your way for this video. So thanks. I know I'm always like, oh, I hate those cheesy, douchey, like lifestyle videos, but that's actually the true last 8 months of our life. My name's Christine McDannell. I own Kindred Quarters, which is co-living homes for entrepreneurs. So I'm going to teach you guys lifestyle design, how to find your tribe, share resources, and design your life. But yeah, I mean, you could see that was, we make the joke lifestyle. You know, anytime a friend teases me, like, oh my gosh, you guys have a chef and you guys throw these parties and you guys have somebody doing your laundry. And then I'm always like, oh, #lifestyle design. Like, it's just been this joke for so long. And now it's my name of my talk. It's just great. But yeah, I mean, we definitely work hard, play hard, and you saw it in that video. I mean, we're working, but we're also throwing some major parties on the weekend. Like, it's just this amazing balance of both. So, but I am going to show you guys how you can create the same for yourself. Actually, I will step down here. I think it'll be easier. And so you guys can still see me, right? You can definitely hear me. Okay, so I am a serial entrepreneur. I know the word entrepreneur is so cool right now and trendy, so I'm always hesitant to say it, but I have been doing it for the last 15 years. These are all companies I've built from scratch and have sold. Definitely a serial entrepreneur. It's I was the kid selling candy bars out of my backpack in school and lemonade stands. So it's in my blood. It's what I love to do. And my dream was to live, it was 2 years ago. I was, my mentor was doing a one-on-one with me. And I go, I want to live in a house of all entrepreneurs and I want to outsource everything like Tim Ferriss does in the 4-Hour Work Week. And that's my favorite book. It's so funny that book keeps getting mentioned because that is my all-time favorite book. And so I go, there's got to be a way to outsource everything so I don't have to do laundry and cooking and cleaning and shopping. Then I can work on my business even more. So that's kind of how I started. I moved into the original entrepreneur house in San Diego, California 2 years ago. And then told the guys, hey, once I sell my spa, I'm going to do this full time as a actual business venture. I'm going to start co-living homes and only have entrepreneurs living in them. So that's Kindred Quarters. And we do have a waiting list. So don't worry, this isn't like a pitch to live at Kindred Quarters. But I definitely want to teach you guys how you guys can do this anywhere in the world. Our locations are in Los Angeles and San Diego. So you guys, please for a second imagine how wonderful it would be to have your cooking, your grocery shopping, your laundry, somebody doing your laundry, running your errands, washing your car, cleaning your house. Like, raise your hand if you would actually like that. You get used to it real fast. So again, 2 years, this has all been outsourced. And so me and Debbie, which is one of my housemates in LA, we go to the grocery store to pick up something that we didn't have. And we're lost. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe we don't even know our way around a grocery store anymore. We're so spoiled. But it's fun, right? So again, just outsourcing as much as you can so you guys can free up time for your life. It doesn't have to be for work. It could be for, vacation or doing whatever you want. Did just publish the co-living code. And Richard Branson wrote the foreword, which is really exciting. And at the end of my talk, I will tell you guys how that came about. I do have some copies in the back. Happy to sign it for you. $15 if you guys want to pick up a hard copy. Otherwise, it is on Amazon. It just came out a week ago. It's perfect timing. How many of you guys know what co-living is? Wow. Okay, I thought there'd be more with the digital nomad community. This is exciting. Okay, and that's why I'm here. I need to educate people about co-living. Because co-working, which just so you guys know, WeWork started about 10 years ago. It's already been a decade, believe it or not. They started it it was called Green Desk before. But they've been around for 10 years, and co-working is finally catching on steam in only the last couple years. Co-living is really just starting out. So that's shared housing designed to support a purpose-driven life. It's modern urban lifestyle that values openness, sharing, collaboration. Typically, co-living is done under one roof, so it might be like a 5 to 8 bedroom home where everybody's living together under one roof. Just FYI, real estate is a $200 trillion industry globally. It is huge and it is ripe for disruption. Google Alerts. How many of you guys have your business listed, or maybe your industry that you're in? Do you guys use Google Alerts? Okay, a couple of you. So this is a free tool. This is a hack. Feel free to write it down. I love it. You can use Google Alerts so that anytime it's mentioned online, any articles, it will send you a daily digest, right? And so, of course, co-living is mine. That's my world. That's where I'm in every day. But not to say you guys couldn't do one for co-working, that you guys that are in van life, you would do one for van life, tiny homes, digital nomad. Cryptocurrency, whatever industry you guys are in, and even the name of your company, definitely put quotation marks so then it gives you the exact term and you're not getting every single article that says homes in it. You don't want that. But this is a fun hack you guys can use, starting today. It's free. So Chandler Parag, I know I'm not supposed to have favorite roommates, housemates, but I do. Everybody knows that he's my favorite out of all the homes I've lived in. He's a great friend of mine, and he has a great podcast too, Global Goals Project. He always would say, he would remind me too, and I'm a pretty optimistic, positive person, but there'd be times where I'd come home and I'm like, oh, this sucks, I don't know what to do, I'm stuck. And he's like, Christine, you can create whatever you want to create. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I can, I guess. Sometimes you need that daily reminder. And this is what I want to share with you guys, and I'll read it. He had this hanging up in his bathroom. He uses his restroom. In his shower, he has this document he typed up, and I'm like, what the heck is this? So I start reading it, and I'll read it out for you guys. So how's life? How's the game you created? Do the rules still work for you? If not, create something different. Change the rules. Let go of the meaning. Come from nothing. That is it, right now. Now is all there ever is. You have the freedom to create. So create a life that you're empowered to live fully. Do it now. Create from nothing. You can create your life in every moment. So what are you going to create today? And you guys, I have this picture still on my phone. To this day, I took this 2 years ago. I still text it to friends. I'll have friends or employees or, through the years that get stuck. Maybe they have a career change they want to do, or they hate their job, or they hate their relationship, or they hate where they live. And I'll just text them this. And then they're just like, wow, you're right. I could just start over. And I'm talking to the perfect room of people that you guys have probably done that, where you're like, you know what, and you've heard the stories today from these amazing speakers. I'm just going to sell everything and just start over. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's so liberating and so exciting. And again, I'm not showing you the stuff I'm showing in my presentation. I want you guys, it's not oh, look how cool my life is by any means. Because you guys, just FYI, I grew up in Lancaster, California, an hour north of LA. It was the meth capital in the 90s. It's horrible. You guys know the town, man. I didn't go to college even. So it's I don't want you to say, oh, look at how great my life is. It was definitely work to get here, but I made it happen. And you guys, you're going to hear me say housemates. So it's funny, in the US, I don't know why this is, but we just use the word roommates. I don't know, but we're not sharing a room. We're sharing a house. So all my British friends are always like, why do you guys say roommates over here? It should be housemates, technically, because you're living in the same house. You're not living in the same room. So again, you'll hear me say housemates. This is the original OG crew of the Epic Entrepreneur House. Like I said, I moved into 2 years ago, San Diego, California, the time of my life. And I'm going to share stories of how it changed my life. And it was a whim. I just I saw the house on a Thursday. I moved in on Tuesday. I didn't know any of these guys when I moved in. So it was definitely a jump. But again, I wanted to live with all entrepreneurs and how to make it happen. And then these are the homes I've lived in since. So again, the first one up at the top with those guys. Then I moved into another house in San Diego. That's when Kindred started in November. We were there for 6 months. That's the Entourage house in San Diego. Good times. And then now Los Angeles. We're in the Playa del Rey area. And again, all these guys are like brothers to me because when you live with people, you get to know them on such a deeper level, right? So again, work hard, play hard. This is a buddy of mine, Omari. He was visiting from Austin, Texas, over to my house in San Diego. Thanksgiving weekend, we're literally building out like a marketing funnel on our dry erase board in the living room. I mean, that's, again, so sometimes on holidays, we're gonna work, right? So you can create the perfect social circle and lifestyle. And again, you wanna create, so again, if you're taking notes, if you're thinking this out, and I'm gonna walk through how to do this, just what, you guys have all heard it, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Like everybody's heard that quote, but it's so true. It's by Jim Rohn. It's so true. Like you want to surround yourself with like-minded people, people that have your same energy, that are on your same similar path, right? You don't want like a negative Nelly, living in your home. It's gonna bring you down, and I've lived with people that hated their jobs and they would dread Mondays. Like Sundays, they'd be in such a bad mood. And on Fridays, they'd be like, yeah, it's the weekend. See, in my house, it's reversed. So the entrepreneurs are like, oh, we don't know what we're gonna do tonight, it's Friday. And then Sunday, we're like, yeah, it's Monday morning tomorrow, we're gonna kill it. We're like high-fiving in the kitchen on a Monday morning. It's like so reversed, right? But it's fun, and that's the environment that I wanted to be in. Always something to do, always somebody to grab, especially, again, this house now, there's 5 of us. So when there's 5 people, there's always somebody like you could text the whole house and say, hey, what's going on tonight? Let's go grab something to eat. And somebody will go with you or invite people over. Okay, the reason, so it's fun, I'm like, it's exciting, Camille's talk was fun. She's like, oh, she's in an RV going around the world, going around the US, it looks so cool. But I'm like, yeah, but I'm kind of I love Southern California and I'm just kind of a little more, I do travel and I can travel wherever I want, when I want, but I always have that home base in California and that's just, I have to have that stability. The longest I've ever left the country was a month in Europe, but this is my main reason. So I race motorcycles. So this actually, I know, usually surprises people. And again, I can rent sport bikes. I actually rented sport bikes in Spain, which was fun. But for actual racing and my bike, like all of that is in California. So it's just, that's what keeps me, that's what pulls me back there. One of my favorite quotes, if everything seems under control, you're just not going fast enough. Mario Andretti, reason I've had 8 companies in 15 years, I definitely move fast. And then now, because motorcycles weren't dangerous enough, I'm getting my pilot's license. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. They're not dangerous. Okay, sharing resources. So again, everything is so much cheaper when you're splitting it by 5 or 6 people, right? All the stuff I've already talked about. And just, so in my house, so we've kind of taken it next level. That's the guys that I live with now. They're like, hey, Christine, do you think the chef can cut lemon wedges for us and put them in a Tupperware container so that we could just grab them and throw them in our water every morning? And I'm like, are you guys serious right now? Are you freaking serious right now? Okay, fine, we'll do it. But I have to admit, because I was like, oh, this is a lot. But I enjoy it. I'll grab it, I'll throw it in the water in the morning. It does save time, anything to save time when you're a business owner. It was just funny. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are taking this to the next level. Massage. So we'll have a massage therapist come once a month. Just pay them directly, and just sign up on the whiteboard if you guys want a massage. So again, you guys could take this is an extreme level at Kindred Quarters. You guys can do it however you want in your home. You don't have to replicate this. But what I do want you guys to really focus on, again, is your tribe. So just a positive atmosphere. We live life by design. We bring good vibes. We love winning together. Anybody that's ever been to one of our homes, they always say like, oh my God, the energy here is so cool. Oh, I love being here. Because we've fostered that type of energy in our home. And we're really big on, not any negativity in the home, or we're just trying to, obviously people have bad days, but we definitely want to keep the vibes up in the house. So this is like a business course I took on taught actually at one of the homes. And then we did these mastermind dinners every quarter. We haven't done one in a little while. There's a book called Mastermind Dinners by Jason Gaignard. And it's an incredible, you guys, when you got anybody in here, and you could do this where you live right now, you don't have to do co-living. If you guys invite business leaders or people that you want to reach out to, you want to, the whole, can I take you to coffee? Like, I don't know, anybody can buy their cup of coffee, right? Oh, can I take you to a restaurant? when you guys bring somebody into your home and you serve them a meal and they see your home, it's just completely different, the type of relationship you're going to build with that person. And that's what that book teaches. And so we implemented mastermind dinners into our home and have had amazing people as guests. Again, we were lucky, we live in San Diego, we live in LA. So these people already live in those cities, so it's a lot easier. But you guys can implement the same. Who here uses Trello as project management software? Couple Trello users in the house. It's my favorite platform. This is free project management software, Trello, Trello. I know there's Asana, I know there's Basecamp, there's like a bazillion of them. This is just something, I've used this for the last couple companies I've ran off of this. Our houses run off of it. This is just one board showing like the LA guide. So it's restaurants, museums, and then all our residents have access to this. So if they want, if they just moved to LA, they could pop on Trello on their phone or on their laptop, and they can see what's going on. We also have house needs. So this is like the main board. This is, if we need something from the concierge, if we need something about the food for the chef, we're gonna put it on Trello. And the housemates are great about knowing that. Like if you need something, just put it on Trello. And then I can still, like as the owner of the company, I still have like an overview of what's going on because all the messaging's done in Trello. And I could pop in there and take a look, make sure the ball's not being dropped or anything. But systems are important, you guys. Systems are really, if you're going to do a co-living home, just please run it like a business, right? Like a side hustle. And we're going to talk about how you can actually make an income off of this too. So that's our co-working space in Los Angeles. We have 1,000 square feet. So every home, we also have separate co-working space. So you can work from home. I actually work from WeWork down the street, which I'll show you in a second. Personally, just because I can't work from home, like I can't be there 24/7. Or I'll co-work with friends of mine at their offices. That's actually these were my interns through the summer, and then I converted them to actual like team members because they were so much fun. They're amazing people. So that's Lauren and Tyga. So they work on our team. And again, what are you guys gonna do with your free time? I know Alan Van Toy stayed with us for the month of May, and it was so funny because Johnny's like, wait, that's Alan Van Toy, I know that guy. So, we're into biohacking and supplements. Like we geek out on this stuff. Because again, now we have free time and, what do you want to do with your time? You want to geek out on like biohacking and going to work out. And they dragged me along. Two of the guys said, hey, come work out with us. And they were like chanting EDC as they're like lifting weights in the month of May. And I'm like, what the hell does EDC mean? They're like, no, it's this music festival in Vegas. You got to come. And again, that's another advantage of building your tribe, right? You're going to do things you probably would never have done. So they're like, we got RVs. You got to go. Just come with us. And I'm like, okay. You talked me into. So 3 of the 5 of us came out here. That's the last time I was in Vegas for a 3-day music festival. Had the time of our lives. Just amazing human beings. And then Debbie I met her in Bali. They put us in rooms together as strangers, and now we're housemates in Los Angeles, which is a crazy story. So there we go. So getting tribe together. Okay. Now you guys are like, Christine, this is too much. I don't want to get a house right now. This seems like a big deal. Let's start on a smaller scale. So I want to baby step you guys through it. You can start creating tribe online. You don't have to do it in a house necessarily, and see how this goes. So let me explain what 50-10s are. Has anybody heard of the Pomodoro Technique, where you work for 25 minutes, you take a 5-minute break? Okay, so I made my own version of it. Like, this is from 2015. I saw the date a while back. I was like, let's do 50-10s. Let's start on the hour and work for 50 minutes and take a 10-minute break. And so, and then I go, but my friends they work from all over the world. They don't necessarily, and we all had our own offices. Even in San Diego, we didn't work collectively. We didn't co-work. So I'm like, we got to do this virtually. So this is WhatsApp. And I put a group together of some of my friends. They're all business owners. And this is the accountability part, right? So it's like, dude, they start at 5 a.m. one day. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's like, hey, it's 5 a.m. I'm going to do a 50-10 right at 5 a.m. Who's in? And then people would chime in, or like they're not in. And then you turn off your phone and you just hustle for those 50 minutes undistracted. Turn off the freaking notifications. Like, get something done in those 50 minutes undistracted. And it's a game changer. We do them. Anybody that visits my house, they're going to get sucked into a 50-10 because we're doing them at our house all the time. And so it's like we write it on the dry erase board, the start time, what you're going to accomplish, and then we check it off after the 50 minutes, and you take a 10-minute break. So that's a little hack for you guys. If you guys want to like baby step into like building some hustle tribe on the WhatsApp, you guys can do that. And again, WeWork. So WeWork, I'm a huge fan of what they've done in the last 10 years. Adam Newman, if you guys are ever bored and want to watch YouTube videos, interviews with him are so inspiring. His business partner, Miguel, just did an amazing commencement speech, University of Oregon. I love what they're doing when it comes to building community. Because people got isolated. I think we started it in tribes, way back when, and then now we became so isolated with a cell phone and a laptop, and then it's like I feel like we're finally getting out of that, and it's like we're realizing it makes sense to work around other people, and yeah, their valuation's going up like by the day, and then that's my location. So I have a dedicated desk at the Playa Vista location. I love it. It's amazing networking. Again, it gets me out of the house. I just personally, it's just hard for me to work from home all the time. Finding the perfect house. Okay, here you guys go. Craigslist. Like these are shots. Like that's actually like our bar area of the last house. This house I found on Craigslist. This is a picture. That's a view of downtown San Diego. I mean, it's such a baller house. But yeah, I found it on Craigslist. It was furnished. Like that's ideal. You guys really want to try to find furnished, obviously. You can go on HotPad, Zillow, Trulia. The MLS is more for purchasing homes. But even better is Facebook groups, you guys. These are getting crazy. This one has like 6,000 members already. And so again, if you don't want to start your own home, maybe you want to live in a like-minded home, then you're going to start looking at these Facebook groups and looking for openings and availability. Because a lot of times somebody will post, hey, we've got a vacancy. It's this bedroom. It's this much a month. This is the housemates that are living there. And this one's Bali. So Bali has like 31,000 members. Like again, it's a big time digital nomad hotbed. But I constantly see amazing, comments like, hey, we've got an opening. This is the house. This is the price. So again, don't feel like you have to do your own home. You can move into somebody else's co-living home. Just make sure you interview with the people. You meet each of them. Make sure you're on that same path of whatever kind of lifestyle you want to live. Lifestyle design. I just typed in like housing and all these other ones came up, even New York City. Solicit off Airbnb. This one's good too because these are furnished. It's a little harder sometimes to read, because obviously their stuff's already booked out for a ways. But if you can get a house off Airbnb, that works too. Now, imagine designing this dream life that you're seeing and then living rent-free and then possibly even making more money. I'm going to show you guys that. Would you guys like that? If you didn't have to pay rent ever again, that would be awesome, right? So write down or just think about how much you're currently paying in rent each month. And if you found a 6-bedroom for $3,000 a month, that's $500 per room, let's say. Let's keep the math as simple as possible. Let's charge $800 a room because again, you're going to be running the home. You took the responsibility, you put the name, the lease in your name, and you're going to be subleasing to these other people. It's furnished. You're going to provide some cool amenities, maybe weekly masterminds. We do a mastermind every Monday night, actually at all the homes with the housemates. So now you just pocketed $300 per room. It's $1,800 a month. If you lived there, you'd still clear an extra $1,000. Jules, who was our house manager for the LA house, she was getting paid $600 a week to come in and do laundry and cooking and cleaning, but she is part-time. She wasn't even there, maybe half the day. Let's say you're like, hey, I'll do all that for the house. I'll do the laundry, that's fine. I'll do meal prep. You can make $2,400 more a month in extra income. So that would be awesome, right? So here's one quick video of we did a fun, and they might have to hit play on it real quick. I don't know if it'll automatically play. Oh, it will, cool. This is a nonprofit event we hosted.
Ultraviolet sun rays blaze into the sun rays. Mama, don't forget to praise God every Sunday. Denny's after church, forgetting all about the lunch tray. Sorry, mama, grazing where I wanna, maybe someday. Doubts on your brain, take away from the fun days. Smile on your face with a large chocolate sundae. Yeah. Smile on your face with a large chocolate.
and that was a fun Thursday night, and it was a charity event. We raised money for a charity. And again, when you're running a home, and we open it to outside people so they can come in and they can do an art night with us. So there's always something fun to do when you build this community. Vision boards, we did vision boards and beer. Boards and brews. That was a fun event, right? And so people made vision boards. Again, that was like on a Wednesday night. Okay, accountability. Clydesdale horses. Okay, did you guys know that one Clydesdale horse pulls 8,000 pounds by themselves? Okay, collectively, after they work together for a little bit and they're trained, they kind of get to know each other, they don't pull 16,000, they pull 32,000 pounds together. So that's showing you guys this collective magical, energy that happens when you guys are all working towards a common goal, right? So this is a picture, that's our dining room. So it's like business books galore, and it's a huge whiteboard, and it's like laptops all over the place. This is a mastermind, and this is us working, helping each other with each other's businesses and helping push each other to our goal. And it's all about execution. And I know other speakers have mentioned it, and it's so freaking true. You could be creative and think of all these ideas, but ideas are a dime a dozen. It's like all about the execution. So I know the one thing was a book that was mentioned earlier. It is an amazing book. It's the book we mention all the time on every mastermind. Somebody's like, well, what's the one thing? When we try to get sidetracked. So last year, 2017, we had to write our name and our one thing for the year of 2017 on this whiteboard that's in our dining room. Everybody sees it when they walk in, like every guest. And every housemate had their name and their one thing. Well, mine was to cut a $100,000 check to Virgin Unite, which is Richard Branson's charity. It's my favorite charity of choice. And that sounded freaking crazy at the time. My roommates were like, how are you going to do that? But I knew, I had my spa, I was going to sell it. So I'm like, okay, this year I'm going to do this. And they're like, okay, whatever. So no joke, I sold my company Thanksgiving last year. And then I got to fly out to Paris, France. He had breakfast with me. I got to hand him that check. It was December 17th. So talk about down to the wire. I got to check off that one thing, my one major goal for the year. And then I did get to buy my dream car too, which is nice, which is the Audi R8. So definitely a fan of that. But again, without my housemates, they pushing me every week, every Monday night, Christine, where are you at on this goal? I think I would have been like, oh, whatever. I don't think I would have hit it like I did. I hit it right at the end. Then Richard decided to blog about it, which is fun. I was not expecting. It was great, because at breakfast I told him, hey, Richard, I'm going to add another zero to that check next time you see me. So he's now the whole world knows that. So now I really need to do it. But the best part was he mentioned Kindred Quarters, which was huge. And, he did my forward to the book, because at breakfast, he was really intrigued about co-living. I barely brought it up, but he's like, hey, tell me more. Hey, I believe in that. I believe in community. And that just means the world to me that he believes in our cause. So the top 3 goals of 2018, when people apply to live at Kindred Quarters, I see all the applications. Finding love is one of the top 3, which is kind of cool. It's interesting. It always throws me off every time I see that. It's always usually a health goal, a business goal, and now it's always this relationship goal. So this guy's weigh 175 pounds, earn 300K in revenue, and get into a loving relationship with my ideal mate. And I think that's sweet. Obviously most of our occupants are all single. But it's cool that they care about that. 19-year-old skips college route. So he lives with us for the summer. It's kind of like a little beta program. You guys can watch if you go to Kindred Quarters YouTube channel. I interviewed him when he first moved in July. But yeah, he's still there. And we love having him around. It's awesome. So our home, just so you guys know, there's 19-year-old, and the ages range from 31 up to 43. So it's a big, demographic of age. Co-living is perfect for people seeking true connection, ultimate flexibility, and life growth. Also, people wanting to build a tribe of like-minded people with a support system to accelerate your business and life growth. Someone looking to grow their network circle by 5 times the current size. Oh my gosh, I love it. Every time I move into a new home, it's you tap the network of every other person, right? And my networks just grow 5 times over every house. It's so much fun. And then wanting to be positioned as a thought leader in your community, right? Because anytime you have a host an event or a party, they're always saying, hey, well, whose house is this? Who runs this house? And then the person comes and introduces themselves to you, and you meet them. So that's huge. I interviewed co-living concepts from around the world. They are also on the Kindred Quarters YouTube channel. If you want to just see like how these guys, some of these guys have been in the game for like 4 or 5 years, everywhere around the world. A few in New York. So they were nice enough. And then the interviews, some of the interviews are actually in the book too. And then Nomad List. I'm a huge fan of Nomad List. I love this platform. Anytime I travel, I use it. But I do see, and I'm going to talk about that, some missing components of what is missing, right? So if I go to a city, I still need some place to stay. So I'll talk about the tech we're doing in a second. We launched a 90-day program online because I can only open up so many Kindred Quarters locations. I'm only one person. So I go, oh my God, I have to automate this. So I do have an online course. I'm helping other people start their home. And it's just videos, and then I did because I paid lawyers and everything, like all our leases, our forms, like it's just plug and play. I'm like, I would just rather have other people just like take it and run with it, because I'll never be able to open up all these homes on my own. But I am so passionate about HaaS, which is like SaaS, which is software as a service, but housing as a service. And so it's time to finally disrupt real estate, right? The world's shifting, so I'm really big. I'm working with my favorite technologists to build an insane, platform to me, I want you guys, and I've already talked to some of you guys today, which is amazing, where it's like, I want you guys to take your cell phone and in a couple clicks, like when you order an Uber, like why can't you just a couple clicks and you find a safe place to live with amazing people living there, no 12-month lease, no application process, credit check. Like it's just like housing right now needs the disruption. And so our prototype of this software is going to be done within 1 to 2 months. And then the beta will actually be, the MVP will be done by the end of the year, which is crazy. So we're just massively rushing this thing so that you guys can do that. Like I would love for you guys to stay in a safe home and find a home easily on a freaking app anywhere in the world. Plug into a co-living home. You see the profiles of the residents that live there with a picture and their bio. And there's nothing like it. It blows my mind that nothing is like that out there. I was waiting for somebody else to build it. Nobody is. So now we're doing it. But it's exciting. It's called Kindred. That's the app. Here is all my contact info. Tell me to wrap up. And if you guys want, so again, my book's for sale here, but I'm so passionate about co-living. Like I'll give you guys the free PDF, the digital copy. Just email me. No, because I really want you guys, and again, I'm so excited that, not that many people raise their hand because now it's more and more people I get to educate about the concept of co-living. So yes, you can email me or you just social media if you like. Do you want to DM me on Instagram? Go for it. For a digital copy, I'll send you the link, or you can buy a hard copy there. And that is it. So thank you so much, you guys.